Hello, my name is Sweet. I make content for the Stealth organization, and I will be showing you guys today a complete Sova guide for breeds, including shock darts, drone paths, and recon bolt lineups. So let's get right into it, and we'll start with the A site. So before we get into this guide, I will have timestamps in the description below showing which site I'm looking at, if I'm looking at drone paths, shock darts, or recons for that site. We'll also be exploring mid a little bit and discovering what drones could be used to effectively clear out mid and create space for your team and clear angles. So, one of the shock darts you can use for A is for a plant that is right in the middle right here. So, for this lineup, you are going to walk from here to aim in, and you're gonna, it doesn't really matter where you walk from, but you can, there's a little notch here. You'll feel it. You can see my guy a little kind of moving in it. And if you take out your shock dart, you will see your double diamonds. That signifies your bounces. I'm moving them right now. So you can put that on one bounce and then do a 2.5 bar. And this dart it goes off the map, bounces out of the map, and lands right in the middle here. So this is good for if you plant like right here. And if you're going to plant right here, I would recommend having your teammates smoke this because you could get hit from there. But I will be showing a recon dart that will also be able to help you clear this area. So you don't have to worry about that and only have to worry about really bridge and double doors. And your main front angles like right here, because that does not scan that unless they're far close to double doors. So that's your shock dart for the middle plant. If you're going for more of a default plant, you can stand right on top of this buoy here. I think that's what it's called. If it's not called that, well, then unlucky. You can take your first diamond, and you want to put the bottom tip of your first diamond on top of that leaf right there. One bounce, 2.5 bars. And it'll bounce off that, and it'll land right there. So plant like right here as far as you can off, which you can plant right here. Plant like right there, or if you're a little Sova nerd, you can maybe try to figure out a way to make that a little higher. Probably can, but it's 12 o'clock at night, and yeah, I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. So, all right. So let's look at a recon for this site. There is a recon for this site that lands right here. Alright, so for this recon, for a back site, if you know there's a Jett up here, and you don't want to clear it out, it's a dangerous spot to peek, and you want to know if they're still there or not. You look at this yellow honey jar, kind of off-center it a little bit, about where I am, and then there is a little middle plank here. You want to aim right about in the middle of that, and double bounce full charge. It'll land back here. It'll clear out your Jett op, boxes, switch, and just different stuff like that that's essential to clear and taking the A7 and breeze. So we will be now moving on to drone paths that'll be useful for clearing site. And yeah, so if you drone paths, right, you want to be as close as you can. So if you kind of come right here where you know you can't be seen, right about here, pop your drone, and then you kind of want to go up. You can clear bridge. You want to look down here, clear the box, and you can kind of see in the mid doors if you see it rotate. So it's a good drone for clearing out like this area and this area, this area, this area, and kind of a little bit of that area. But that's a good drone I found useful and ranked. Keep in mind I'm in middle to high gold, so. And if you somehow find your way over here, whether it's gunfight or not, you can do this. If you want to save your recon dart, you can come over here, clear this, go up here. You can clear boxes, look double doors, clear switch, do all that fun stuff that your recon would normally do. If you want to save that recon dart and you want to use your drone up, so that's also a good drone to help clear out those angles. And so I've shown you for this site I've shown you a good recon to clear out part of your sights. I've shown you 2 shock darts, one for each plant you see commonly in ranked games and scrims and stuff. I've shown you drone paths too that'll help you clear out most of the angles on sight. So now let's head to mid. So for middle on breeze, I like to put my crosshair right here. To stay crouched or not, it's whatever. I don't stay crouched normally. And my crosshair might be a little bit different than yours, but it should land in the same spot. You want to put the bottom tip of your crosshair right there. Your right drone tire should be a little bit under to the left of that hole, as you see in mine. So you want to 1.5 bar, no bounce. That will clear out that, and that. So scenario, right? Let's say that you have a teammate right there. If you shoot that dart, if you shoot a little bit late, say your teammate's up, they go, you shoot the dart when you see they're up, and then they can do a little wall bang. They can only have to worry about nest, or they can know where the player is, so they can pre-fire them when they swing the corner. So that's useful to clear out that. So that's about the only recon you need for mid. If you really want one for nest, you can kind of just go anywhere at this little water station here. And you can, like, so let's say I put double diamonds, both Bakdar, and then you can pop your dart in there if you really want that nest dart. But if you also want to, you can come up to this box. If it's been a minute since you guys have cleared or you don't have your recon, you can always clear this out. And you can sort of get half wall. Actually, you can get half wall from that drone. And, I mean, it's a really good drone. Because if you don't have a dart, or if you don't want to use your dart yet, clear that, and half wall for your team pushing B, if they're going to push B there. But it's also just really good information as well, if you're lurking, or if you're setting up for a rotate. So, let's head over to B. So a good dart for B. This takes a while to land, keep in mind. You want to kind of put yourself as far as you can up against that car. Both diamonds, bottom tip. You want to double bounce, 2.5. So this dart takes a while because it lands on the top of that. It'll hit this wall, and it'll land right there. It'll clear out this, which is really useful information, especially if you're going for an exec. You're putting pressure on anybody here to back up to there or back up to there, and you can clear that. If they're stuck in there, then you'd see them. And then the only angle you really have to worry about at that point is this angle. And if you do the Sova drone, when you do the recon, you can also clear half wall, and you basically have intel in the entire site. So that's like, I mean, if you play your cards right, that should be the only recon you need. For shock darts, you can always go back here, and you don't really need lineups for this. Just go back here, just plant like for you, and just like you don't really need lineups, like unless you're playing a one tap demon, then like yeah, but you don't totally need stuff there. If you want a drone path, you can come over here, kind of put yourself up against this wall. It'll help you get covered just in case they push down here if they see you drone. You can clear out CT. If you do this right, you shouldn't have to clear this, and you can go to the right and clear half wall. So I'll show you that drone now. And you'll also be able to see into connector, because normally you have a guy lurking into elbow. So you'll be able to clear connector and anyone that's kind of peeking nest, maybe catch anybody lacking. So that's a short, simple Sova recon. Not